for a Trump event. One of the things he pointed out was that we always stick together. We're good at tearing each other apart, which is pretty constant. It's pretty consistent when somebody gets into trouble. It takes backlash from the community. It's always a communal thing. It isn't any action they took. It is the fact that we can't stay together, that we can't stick together, that it's us always attacking us. But that flies in the face of the reality of what's happening right now. It is not us who are tearing down affirmative action. It is not us who is tearing down DEI. It is not us who are tearing families apart. It is not us who have decided that affirmative action and rollbacks that have been that had precedent for 50, 60 years are gone. It is not us that is doing that. It is the man you decided to perform for. It is not us who ridiculed you. It was Elon Musk who showed your clip from 2017 and another from 2025 and said the vibe shift is real. It wasn't us that did that.
You're shitting me.
It is. I think most people are disappointed because they saw you a specific way, and you have a right to kind of interpret and do whatever artistically you want to. No one's begrudging you that. But why the attack on the community? Because they disagree with something you did.
Talk over this, but
you perform for a guy to do what he's doing. But it's us that have the problem. It's us that are wrong. It is us that can't stick together. 92% of black women voted against this man. 86% of black men have voted for him. Almost 90% of black...
Snoop Dogg has built an empire on being cool, laid back, and unapologetically himself. But his latest move, it's got the internet on fire. After years of condemning Donald Trump, the hip-hop legend shocked fans by performing at Trump's pre-inaugural crypto ball, and the backlash has been nothing short of explosive. From DL Hughley to Jay-Z, Charlemagne the God, Ice Cube, Cardi B, Meek Mill, J. Cole, Fat Joe, and even Kanye West, everyone has something to say. Some are defending Snoop, others are calling him a sellout, and a few are just here to watch the chaos unfold. So what's really going on? Let's break it down. Once the backlash hit, Snoop wasted no time responding. He took to social media with a video message telling his critics, "For all the hate, I'm answering with love. I love too much. Get your life right and stop worrying about mine. I'm still 100% black, still doing my thing. We gotta learn to lift each other up instead of tearing each other down." At first, it seemed like a typical "I don't care" response. But then he doubled down, saying, "Black people are great at tearing each other down. 1 minute we up. Next thing you know, we dragging each other." And that's when DL...
man. But he said about black people when he's on these little these students. He goes black. He's so fucking racist. Yeah. With the shit that he says, I'm waiting for him to run into the right motherfucker, man. But you see what DL said? 86% of black men voted for Kamala. Yeah. So this idea, 92%
of black women.
This idea that black men were exiting and weren't supporting black women, black men weren't supporting black women, wouldn't support it. And I'm not gonna say it wasn't some of that because I definitely heard that. But overall, the statistics show 87% black people voted for Kamala. Period, for Kamala. Yeah, go ahead.
So we did get a super chat from WraithX7 that follows up with what you said last week. Trump pardoned Snoop's friend and co-founder of Death Row Records, who was doing a 30-year sentence.
Radio show, and he didn't hold back. "Snoop, the issue isn't us tearing you down, the issue is you tearing down your own credibility. You went from making a whole video against Trump to performing for him. And now you mad that people are disappointed? That's not hate. That's accountability." He continued, "Let's talk about facts. 90% of black voters rejected Trump. That wasn't division, that was unity. But somehow, when you get called out, the problem is black people can't stick together. No, Snoop, the problem is you." And he wasn't the only one calling Snoop out. On The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God broke it down even further. "Look, Snoop got the right to perform for whoever he wants. But when you spend years clowning Trump, you can't act surprised when people feel betrayed." His co-host, DJ Envy, chimed in, "If it was just about a paycheck, cool, but Snoop made it personal back in the day. So this ain't just business, this is people questioning his integrity." And just when it seemed like Snoop might not have any support, 50 Cent stepped up. On Instagram, 50 Cent kept it straight to the point. "Man, Y'all act like rappers don't do business with people they don't like. Game been like that. Y'all just mad cause it's Trump, but the money's still green. While some fans agreed, others called 50 out for defending hypocrisy. That's when Jay-Z's name got thrown into the mix. At a recent event, Hav was asked about Snoop's Trump performance, and his response was icy cold. Everybody's gotta make their own choices. I turned down the Super Bowl when the NFL wasn't respecting us. I knew what I stood for. Some people, they still figuring it out. Translation? Jay-Z is not rocking with Snoop on this one, and that's when Cardi B decided to speak up. Cardi, never one to hold her tongue, took to Twitter with a message for celebrities who flip-flop on their beliefs. Every time a check come around, some of y'all act like y'all forgot what y'all stood for. But the people ain't stupid. We see it. Meek Mill also had something to say. Taking to Instagram Live, he vented about how hip-hop legends need to set a better example. We grew up looking up to these dudes, man. Snoop was anti-establishment. Now he on stage with Trump. That's crazy. That's the real sellout energy. And that's when Elon Musk, of all people, jumped in to stir the pot. Musk posted a side-by-side comparison of Snoop Dogg's 2017 anti-Trump comments versus his 2025 performance with the caption, "The vibe change is real." Twitter exploded. Some fans defended Snoop, saying people change. Others weren't buying it, saying money talks, principles walk. Even Ice Cube, who had his own Trump controversy back in 2020, felt the need to clear his name. Cube, who previously faced backlash for working with Trump officials on his contract with Black America plan, made sure to draw the line. "I never endorsed Trump. I had a plan, and I took it to both sides. But Snoop, he on stage performing. That's a whole different conversation." J. Cole, known for staying out of drama, even broke his silence during a recent interview. "Look, I try not to judge, but man, we gotta hold each other accountable. Hip-hop is built on authenticity. When you move funny, people gonna call it out." Fat Joe, never shy about keeping it real, was caught on a podcast saying, "Snoop got history, man. I love Snoop, but this move, it don't sit right. The streets watching, and the streets don't forget." But not everyone was against Snoop. Kanye, no stranger to political controversy, decided to throw in his own 2 cents. Snoop doing what he gotta do. This whole industry is a game, and if you don't know how to move, you get left behind. But even Kanye's words couldn't stop the growing list of celebrities distancing themselves from Snoop. With DL Hughley, Jay-Z, Charlemagne, Cardi B, Meek Mill, J. Cole, and Fat Joe all calling him out, and 50 Cent and Kanye trying to defend him. It's clear that this conversation is far from over. The real question is, will Snoop address the backlash head-on, or will he let the storm pass? For now, he seems unbothered, but one thing's for sure, his fanbase will never look at him the same way again. Meanwhile, in the midst of this controversy, Ice Cube weighed in, expressing his disappointment while also pointing out the hypocrisy. In the industry, people switch up all the time, but when it's Snoop, it's suddenly the end of the world. No, we gotta have a real conversation about this, Cube stated in an interview. On the other hand, T.I. attempted to play mediator, calling for unity rather than division. "We all got our own reasons for the moves we make instead of canceling. Let's communicate. That's the only way we get stronger as a community," he posted on Instagram. Nicki Minaj, never one to hold back, also jumped in. "It's funny how people forget their own contradictions when it's time to dogpile on somebody else," she tweeted. Her fans, the Barbs, quickly took sides, debating whether Snoop deserved the backlash or if people were being too quick to judge. Even Kendrick Lamar, known for staying out of the drama, shared a cryptic message in his latest freestyle, seemingly addressing the situation. "Loyalty ain't seasonal, it's who you are when the sun fades." Drake, who has had his own fair share of public scrutiny, also weighed in during a live session. "At the end of the day, people evolve. We might not like every move, but we gotta respect that people grow in different ways." Meanwhile, Boosie Baddies came to Snoop's defense aggressively, saying, "Y'all acting like Snoop turned his back on the whole culture. Man been putting in work for decades. Y'all too quick to forget." Waka Flocka, known for his candid takes, sided with T.I. "We gotta stop acting like we perfect."